programs, and then also hygiene. As at the time we are having this conversation, we have supervised 31,388 boreholes fitted with hand pumps. We have 616 pipe system, what we call small town pipe systems, and then 1,308 limited mechanized systems. Our water coverage is defined in using two main methodologies. The first one is water coverage as estimated by Ghana Statistical Service, and that is as at 2021, 74.4. I believe this has improved a little. And this data includes all water services provided by Community Water and Sanitation Agency, MMDAs, NGOs, religious bodies, private sector, and self-supplies. So we will also talk about water coverage as is delivered by Community Water and Sanitation Agency. As at the end of 2022, we have a total of 62.63% access. And this access excludes self-supplies, those who have boreholes in their houses or those provided by the private sector. We only provide a little bit, just a small part of sanitation services. So CWSA is not the body that determines coverage for sanitation. That is determined by our ministry and Ministry of Local Government. So I wouldn't talk about that. Let's look at some projects that we want you to be aware of. The states, our government provided $41.5 million for us, and then we provided water systems in 11 regions, and these regions are Hafu, Bono East, Central, Western, Western North, Upper West, Upper East, Northeast, and Savannah regions. And so we are almost in all the regions. On these projects, we provided 21,766 household toilets, what we call the blue type. We also completed 568 institutional toilets in 224 basic schools, and we have also ensured that 947 communities have open defecation free, and then we carried out some hygiene promotion activities. I want you to have a look at our coverage. We have been able to look at the trend from 2000 to date. If you look at the coverage, the graph, you will see that from what I indicated, we still have 37.37% of communities not covered. And if you see the graph, you will see that from 2000 there has been a steady increase in access until 2015 when we had a decline. What we have been doing from 2017 to date is to stabilize and make sure that even though population is increasing, we are able to deliver safe water. In 2017, we identified that there are challenges in the sector, and the challenges resulted in a number of problems that is making it difficult for us to increase access. There were research which showed that 10%, only 10% of communities that have access to water will have basic water services. 40% of those water infrastructure that were carried out were broken down. And then we have a number of issues that we had to deal with. There were frequent breakdown, long downtime for more than 1 month. We have high non-revenue water. You will understand that at least on average 50% of the water that is produced is lost either from illegal connections or pipe bursts or some other means. We also have, most of those communities have huge electricity bills unpaid, so we are indebted to electricity companies. And then we also have water quality challenges. I want to inform you, 30% of our groundwater resources have water quality challenges. We have issues as iron, manganese, fluoride, arsenic, and hardness. In some other regions which are close to the sea, there are salt intrusion, and all of these created challenges and reasons why communities were unable to manage their water resources and the infrastructure that we provided. We are all aware that we have issues of illegal mining which has affected surface water sources substantially. We are seeing a lot more of contamination in our groundwater resources. The reason why we are focusing on this is CWSA uses 95% of its water sources from ground sources, and so it's a concern to us, and it's the reason why we have to undertake reforms to make sure that we sanitize the sector. Now, I want us to just show you a bit of some of the state of our water infrastructure, the reasons why we have. If you look at the photos on the left, that is what we met. On the right is what we have achieved through our rehabilitation. On the left, a number of these facilities are still in this state, and you will see on the right what we have achieved. So, to say that 40% of the infrastructure that we have, we're talking about 1,924 pipe systems. 40% of them are in this state. And so it is important that we become worried and determined to see how we can make changes to these facilities. Now, what have we done through the reforms? Out of the 1,924 water system created by the state and are in distress, we started in 2017 and we are in 189. CWSA has been able to employ technical staff to manage 189 out of the 1,924, and we have done this in 169 districts in 16 regions. We have rehabilitated 170 out of the 189, and then we have employed a total of 1,418. In 2017, our staff level, the whole of Ghana, we were just 196. But this program has been able to achieve a remarkable job creation opportunities. And all of these new staff are young people straight from the universities of them polytechnics, and these are people who are delivering the services that we are talking about today. Now, we have also made some improvements in the investments. So far, all that we have talked about, we have been able to invest year by year from 24 million to, by 2022, we have done 196 million. Our water production has increased from 1.6 million to about 9.6 million. Our non-revenue water, about 50%, we have reduced as at 2022 to 36%. Our revenue generation from zero in 2017, CWSA had not generated any revenue, but today, by 2022, annually we have done 42.9 million ourselves, and that is the reason why we had the opportunity to employ new staff and pay them from the agency. This is what we call job creation. We are not looking up to government to pay this new staff. And once we have more resources and more staff will be employed. Now we want to look at the major projects that we have completed. I've talked about the AF, and which we did in 11 regions. We have, under that project, we completed 28 pipe systems, and we have in Central Region, we have Papase, Siam cluster. We have clustered most of these communities. We also have Hamile, Hapa, Lambusi, Walewale, Gambaga, Narelugu, Yape, Cheponi, Buchegu, and many others. We have also completed 243 boreholes only in the Upper West Region fitted with hand pumps. We have also connected 100 communities to GWL pipeline. There is a collaboration between us and Ghana Water Limited, and we have also, so we extended their lines to 100 communities. We have also carried out design of 17 pipe systems that are ready to be constructed. I want us to see some of those photos. That's the president commissioning one of the systems in Yape. Yape has been without water for quite a long time. You have the equipment that we're using. These are high resolution equipment that we can automate. We also have our tanks. We have also moved into, I'll show you, it's a policy in CWS, and because of increasing cost of operations, we have decided that at least 50% of our energy mix will be solar. And we are using a solar system that can operate between voltage of 80 to 800. So whether the voltage is low or high, our equipment can work. We have also tried to create offices in all of these communities for our staff. So you will see these are really new offices we are creating in communities. Now we also have a loan of 11.5 million that was approved by government and completed a project we call 5 district water supply project in Volta region. The phase 3 covered Central Tomu, Adaklu, and Agotime. In total, from phase 1 to phase 3, we have connected 215 of these communities to pipe system. I think the governments have decided to ensure that communities, many communities are linked to pipe systems instead of drilling boreholes with hand pumps. And so this is an example of just one project which serves 215 communities. We have a similar project in the Greater Accra region, one project which serves 146 communities. We have in Central region under the World Bank project, one project serving 142 communities. This is the only way we can actually achieve the sustainable development goals. The phase 4 of this project will cover North Tomu, Whole West, and also carried out some remedial activities in Central Tomu, Adaklu, and Agotime, Ziape. The project, which was commissioned by the President in this year, July 2023, for just one system, we have laid 173 kilometers of pipelines. You will see some of those pumps. These are really high resolution pumps that are automated. And so we are moving from the manual way of water delivery to what we call automation or digitization. We also have on this project, we have booster stations where, because of the length of the pipes, once the pressure reduces, we have to boost before we are able to serve other communities. We have such projects in Pelaho in the Volta region. And then we also have constructed, we will see the intake structure, which is in the Volta. This intake has a challenge because of the flooding, but we are working to make sure that within the shortest time we resolve it. So I send a message to 215 communities that they should trust us. We are going to do everything possible to make sure that water is restored. We also have laboratories that ensure that the water we are serving is delivered safely. So as our President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, commissioning the 5 district project at Adaklu Waya in July 2023. Because of the one district one factory project, we have noted a number of new industries along the route from Accra towards Sogakope. And so we decided to support the Greater Accra region to implement a number of projects. So we have invested 34 million to add a package plant and also extend transmission to new communities to make sure that we can improve on the water delivery. Now, this package plant has a capacity of 100 cubic meters per hour, and as I also said, it's a plant that we can automate. We are developing a center at Greater Accra region where we will bring all of those plants so we can be in our office and monitor their performance. We have also carried out in Greater Accra region a project at Kweman, 8.4 million cedis, and also at Osudoku, 1.9 million cedis. So we see the package plant in the Greater Accra region. We have also completed a project in MIM. MIM has been out of water for over 8 years, so we went back to reconstruct the system. Most of this system, we have to change the distribution lines and the transmission lines because they use PVC pipes. They became brittle and gave us a lot of problems. So we have to reconstruct this water system completely. And you will see that once we have a new water system, we will have new office also. And we have a beautiful, that's one of the best that you can get, and fully furnished, so that our colleagues, the young engineers and accountants can have space to do their job. We also have a package plant at MIM. It has become part of our policy that because of the challenges we have with groundwater quality, we provide package plants to make sure the water delivered is safe. We have also reconstructed a water system which was broken down at Yeji several years ago at a cost of 9.6 million cedis. We have that system also has a plant, a package plant, and then also, fortunately for us, we have tried. We knew that there will be a challenge. There may be a challenge of flooding one day. So now our new designs for intakes are floating intakes. And so even though they were flooding, we didn't have a challenge in Yeji. Our intake is intact. And so I want to thank CWS engineers for that. Director of Engineering, we're grateful for that idea. And then we are making sure all our water intakes on our rivers will always be floating so that we wouldn't have any challenge. We have, as I said, for this plant, this water system, we have a package plant to make sure that the water is safe. We also have at Yeji what we call a solar farm. As I already indicated, all our energy mix, 50% will be solar, but for this particular one, 100% is solar. And so we have reduced. The last time we went through our finances, we have reduced our expenditure on energy close to 50%. We have also carried out rehabilitation at Wolensi. Wolensi is a community in the northern region. We have spent 1.5 million to carry out some extension works and to make sure that additional sources are provided. So we see the photos of the mechanized borehole at Wolensi and also the solar farm. We are making sure that at least every community that has a boiler system will have solar energy. And these are very, very efficient plants. Ongoing projects. The last time we were here, we projected that there were going to be projects that we will start. And we want to give you a feedback on those projects. The first is Bole. Boli was completed some time ago, but we noted the boreholes were drying as a result of climate change. And so we have to drill new boreholes. And we have also made a policy at CWSA to make sure that our boreholes will respond to climatic issues. And so we delivered 2 new boreholes that are high yield. All of them are over 300 liters per minute. Previously, we were even accepting boreholes as low as 70 liters per minute. But now, we are not accepting any borehole lower than 200 liters per minute. So we have completed that project. It's almost 98% complete. And I believe by close of this year, we will finalize. The contractor is gradually demobilizing out of the place. So you will see the features of that borehole mechanization, and also on the right side is the solar farm. And in the northern part of Ghana, there's so much solar energy, so we are taking advantage of that. We have a project called Rural Water Utilization Project. We got some money, 5.4 million grants from Conrad Hilton Foundation, and we agreed to spend this money at Mpoho and Wassa Dunkwa in the Western region, expected that 50,000 people will benefit. We were able to start the Wassa Dunkwa project. It's now 85% complete. We had a challenge with Mpoho. In fact, we have tried everything possible. We had a problem with groundwater. We were getting water, but it wasn't enough. And so we have to go a distance, I believe somewhere 20-25 kilometers away. And thank God we've been able to cite some groundwater resources there. The issue now is because we have moved a little bit further away, all of the communities along that route will be supported. So I want to communicate to my communities at Mpoho that they will have their water. Now, on the Wassa Dunkwa, we are also providing hybrid pumps. The hybrid pumps come with solar farm, and this will provide uninterrupted water supplies. We are also putting in package plants to make sure that at least the water is safe in any season. So you will see we also have our office building and then also our tanks. We have also noted that in the central region, because of the challenges that all of us as a country we are giving to our rivers, we depended on Ghana Water Limited to provide water in a 70 million project that we carried out in central region. But unfortunately, because of the challenges, Ghana Water is unable to provide that. They themselves were not able to provide for themselves. So our board has agreed, and we are spending money in central region to look for new sources. We are on top. We have done the phase 1. A number of boreholes were drilled, and we have done mechanization. And all of these new sources have solar farms, and they come with hybrid pumps. And so you will see on the right side the photos of the installation of the pumps is ongoing, and then also the pump house. I believe within a month all of this will be completed, and our communities along that enclave will have improved access to water. We have also identified that Ajura in the Ashanti region has challenges. That system has almost collapsed, and so we took up the challenge and we spent 16.3 million cedis. The project is about 85% complete. We are hopeful that by the close of this year, that project will be done. I want to show you some of the components. On the left side, we have the mechanized system, the pump houses, and on the right side, the CWSA office at Ajura. When CWSA took over Sejuri water system management, we had some issues. If you are familiar with Sejuri, is It's a mountainous area, a very good scene, but difficult for water production. You have to manage the pressure properly, otherwise you will have issues with low or too high pressures. And so we took the decision. We were in Sajumyoso for 2 years trying to figure out the design. We have completed that design and we have started. The board has given approval and we are spending 40.1 million cedis at Sajumyoso water system. The job is 42% complete, and we're going to have the boreholes are already there. We have hybrid pumps that come with solar energy. We are also doing 80 kilometers of pipe laying within Sajumyoso alone. 80 kilometers of pipe laying. And by the time we are done, this project is supposed to end. We will complete by December 2024. You will see some of the components that are being done, the pipes being laid on the left side and the right side, the valve chambers, and then also those equipment, heavy duty vehicles clearing the site for some other components. We have also, as promised, started our construction of the Asankragua water system. It has been there for a long time. We are carrying our reconstruction completely because we have to change all the PVC pipes to HDPE pipe. That project is 45% complete, and we started in 2022, and we're going to spend 24.7 million cedis on that project. I also want to let you know that all the projects that we're talking about now, all of them, the new projects, they are all financed by government. It's our own funds. We didn't borrow money from anywhere. Government of Ghana and CWSA. We are also providing solar hybrid pumps and solar farms. We will also lay pipes, a total of no less than 75 kilometers in Asankragua alone. We can also see the photos of ongoing projects. We have the tank, and then the office, and then also the pipes are being laid, and then the pump house. We also have our construction going on in Tumu. Tumu is in Upper West region. There was a water system there when I was in Upper West as a regional director. That system collapsed and we have to reconstruct it. We signed a contract last year in November 2022 at a total of 19.2 million, also from Government of Ghana and CWSA funding. That project is 70% complete. I believe it's supposed to be completed by June next year, but I believe by March thereabout next year, we should be commissioning that project. Now, into maybe a highlight on some of we have some boreholes. They have been drilled already. We are also installing solar farm, and we are using hybrid pumps. And I'm telling you, these hybrid pumps are a little bit much more expensive than the normal ones we know, but they are worth it because they give us an additional benefit. So we can see some of the projects, the office, CWSA office, and then a pump house is being constructed. We can also see the pipes, the HDPE pipes being joined, and then we also have one of the water systems. One of the elevated tank on the left side. We also have Goso water system. Goso is the regional capital now. Sometimes we just want to differentiate between the water system Community Water and Sanitation Agency is managing and those that are being managed by Ghana Water Limited. we have recognized that Gawso is a regional capital, and so we decided, the board approved that we reconstruct that system completely. And we carried out the design. We went through about 2 years of designing. That work has started. We're spending 49.3 million Ghana cedis, also under GOG and CWSA funding. We have done 20% of that work already. And we are hoping, God willing, by December 2024, that project will be completed. And also, we are laying 90 kilometers of pipelines, and we're constructing some huge elevated tanks, two elevated tanks of 200 cubic meters in total. And then some boreholes. We are also providing treatments for all that water system. Let's see some of the photos of works ongoing. That's a site for one of the tanks. They're going to have a mud foundation to make sure that nothing can create a challenge for the stability of that. Honorable Deputy Minister, because of the challenges of our development globally, we also have issues that we have to deal with using technology. And so CWSA has adopted a number of measures to make sure that within our reforms, we are able to keep to applying automation or digitization to make life easy for ourselves and our customers. We have employed SmartTap on a number of our standpipes to reduce congestion. We have applied automated pumps. The pumps we are using now, they are automated, and the package plants are fully automated. We are applying solar energy, and then we have also developed softwares ourselves to manage our operations. Internally, we have induced our staff to make sure that we participate in reforms. We set up a platform, we call it Technology and Innovation Learning Platform, to motivate CWSA staff to apply research in problem solving. 60 of our staff have signed up in this program, and we have achieved a lot. I just want to mention 3 of it. We have been able to develop and design a map which can separate, which is able, in the central region, one of our colleagues, Dr. Osiakwan, has been able to develop a map to separate seawater intrusion from fresh water. So in central region, you can decide to drill water which is fresh, or if you want salt water, you drill it where you want. So we have that map. You just go there, and then there is that boundary which is carefully designed, determined on the map. What we are doing is to make sure that we convert that map into an app where you don't need a map anymore. You just go there. With your phone, you can determine where you are going to drill, whether they will have salt water or not, or you will have fresh water. We have also, our engineers, very young engineers, have come up with a concept to digitize our pipelines. Most of the old pipelines, you have to search. You may not even know where they are. And so what is happening is our young engineers have been able to develop a process where we will digitize every pipeline and their components, so that when we are not there, they shouldn't have problem determining where the lines are. We have also, there's also one of our colleagues, Dr. Atokwansa, has been able to develop a pollution risk assessment and safeguard for ensuring that safe water is produced. We have also we have signed memorandum of understanding with a number of universities. I will just focus on what we are doing with KNUST. We signed a memorandum of understanding to have cooperation in several areas, training for our staff, and then also research. And I want to talk about 2 of the research that we have carried out. One is a research to apply artificial intelligence in non-revenue water management. We have noted that it becomes difficult to manage illegal connections. And so Together, CWS, we developed the concepts, and KNUST is building the robots. There's a robot that will flow in water under pressure. The robot has been developed. In fact, we met last 2 weeks. It has been developed, and we will launch this next year. And so we will invite all of you to come in and be part of it. Once this robot is effective, what happens is that we will launch it in the pipeline, and then it tells us those joints, or what we call nodes, that are created by illegal people. Those that we created ourselves, we will have it in our system. And so we will be able to identify those nodes that are created by others, and then the robot will send us a signal and the location. We can go there and disconnect it. The second one is developing package plants. We have noted that the cost of package plants is becoming a nightmare for us. So KNUST is helping to also develop package plants using materials that are here, that we have been using even from those that we import. In conclusion, I only want to draw attention that the recent floods also have issues, and we send a message of hope to our communities. We have a problem in Yeji. Some of our standpipes have submerged, and some of with our equipment, but fortunately for us, our the pumps are still working. In Adidome, we have an issue with the intake, and that system serves 215 communities. We are doing everything possible to make sure that we restore water delivery. It's intermittent. There is also a challenge with electricity problem over there, so we are doing everything to make sure that that problem is resolved. But in the meantime, we have asked our colleagues in those regions to use other means, and they are already doing it, using our tankers to provide services, especially in Mepe, Osudoku. In Osudoku, our intake has collapsed, has submerged completely. But we are strengthened because we have an idea.
Please subscribe to Morris TVGA.